Welcome to today's webinar, joint webinar of German Academic Exchange Service, hosted together with RWTH Aachen University Business School. Good evening to our Taiwanese participants, and of course, good morning to our webinar hosts from Germany, from RWTH Aachen. Today's webinar will be presented by Karina de Boer and Ulrike Goertz, who are both study course coordinator at RWTH Business School.
Morning from Germany, good evening to Taiwan. Right now it's 11 o'clock over here. So we just more or less started working. And yeah, we would like to introduce you to the, as we call it in German, RWTH Business School. Yeah, so just have a look at who we are. So with me today is Ulrike. She recently started working here at the business school, and my name is Karina. We are both study course coordinators here at the RWTH Business School, and that means that we will basically accompany you from now on, the time and point of your interest, the time of your application, until you finally graduate or even further. So yeah, let's have a look what we are going to present to you today. It's not really working. Here it is. So this is our outline for today's webinar session. First of all, we would like to introduce you to the RWTH Aachen University, and then in comparison, who are we at the RWTH Business School. Currently, we have two, more or less, international master programs with one master program in the pipeline. And then we will kind of give an overview about our career service. And in the end, of course, if you're interested in applying to one of our programs, we will explain the application process. And last but not least, we will also offer a little Q&A session. If you have any questions that are left over and then were not answered during the webinar, you're more than welcome to ask them afterwards. So let's start with the university. There it is. So as you might know, RWTH Aachen University is located at the heart of Europe and more or less even the center of Europe, especially like geographically. Speaking German-wise, we are located at the very western point of Germany. We are the most western city. And what makes Aachen very special is the proximity to the Netherlands and the Belgium border. So it's really super easy to simply cross the border, go there on a Sunday to go grocery shopping, for example, because the Netherlands and Belgium are open on Sunday and Germany is closed. Everything is closed over here. So that's very cool location over here. From our office where we're sitting, we can actually see this three countries point where Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands meet. So talking about the university, you might already be familiar with the RWTH Aachen University because it's a very renowned university, well known, and especially very famous for mechanical engineering or engineering sciences in general. And especially when you keep in mind this year's Times Higher Education, they ranked us, the university, the RWTH University, among the top 30 of the world's best universities for engineering and sciences and technology. So when it's actually not visible, maybe it's visible on the next slide, there was a distribution of how many students studied which subject, and more than half of our students are studying engineering sciences. What's also very particular about us or of the university, that in comparison to the population of Aachen, the city itself, Yeah, it's simply very interesting that every fifth inhabitant of the city is a student. And this is, of course, an exceptionally high amount, and that's really shaping the cityscape and the whole life, I would say, over here. Moreover, it's worth mentioning that the university, or 10,000 students of the university are actually having an international background, so they come from all over the world. And that, of course, leads to a very diverse, multicultural, international atmosphere, especially when you keep in mind that we're like really looking at the borders right here. And then besides the university, there is us, the RWTH Business School. And we are the daughter of the RWTH International Academy, which is the official further education provider of the university. And further education means that all our students are having a professional work background. So they all worked before they were admitted to our master programs. For example, they studied a bachelor's degree and then they worked for several years, and then they decided to boost their career with a master degree on top. So we were founded only a couple of years ago, but nevertheless, we keep on growing with, for example, with Ulrike, who recently joined us. And we are located at the intersection of technology and management. This is why we're also working very closely together with the Faculty of Business and Economics. And what's so special about this faculty is that it's actually AACSB accredited. And only around 10 faculties all over Germany got or received this accreditation. So let's have a look at our international master programs. I already told you that we have 2 established programs and one is coming very soon. So first of all, our oldest program is the M.Sc Management and Engineering in Technology, Innovation, Marketing and Entrepreneurship. It's quite a long name. This is why we call it simply MME Time. It was established in 2017 and currently we are running our 3rd batch and we have around 120 students. This program is very particular because it can be studied in the full-time and in the part-time mode, but I will explain this in detail in a minute. Then our second program started last year. Now we have our 2nd batch over, and we are currently 45 students, and yeah, it's simply a full-time on-campus program. And then in the pipeline is our newest program. We are super excited to shortly pronounce all the details. It's called M.Sc Technology Entrepreneurship, or in short, we would call it the M.Sc TENT. And yeah, it will start next year, the first intake, but of course the application can start or will start next week, actually, when our application portal is opening. So let's have a look at the programs in detail. First of all, we will talk about the MME Time. So as I said, it's our oldest program, started 3 years ago, and it's a Master of Science in Management and Engineering, and it's focusing on technology and innovation management. What is also rather special about this program that it's also delivered in partnership with the Cambridge University. So during the management electives, students get the chance to take the Cambridge Practicum and actually really go to Cambridge to study there for a week. It's kind of a unique, unforgettable experience as far as we have heard back from our students. All our programs in general are targeting young professionals, as I already said, with a STEM degree background. What is also very unique for the MME Time program that we are pursuing a blended learning approach, but I think there's also another slide regarding this. And yeah, the study mode is also something very special because you can either study it on campus full-time here in Aachen or in the part-time mode while you're, for example, also working and staying at your home country. What we are paying attention to small course sizes, so all our programs are rather small in comparison to the big universities, and this is really enhancing the contact or intensifying the contact between your peers and, of course, the professors. So regarding the basic structure, the MME Time program will always start with time essential courses in the first semester, and then you get you can deepen your knowledge during the management and technology electives, and there we're offering a broad variety of courses. And in the end, you will need to write your master's thesis to receive the master's degree. So let's have a look at the two different study modes. As I said, you can either study the MME Time program as the full-time mode or in the part-time mode. So regarding the full-time mode, you will have to fulfill 3 semesters over here with around 6 courses per semester. And this program is right for you if you really like to experience Germany, experience student life over here, take advantage of living in Germany or in Europe, so to say. So if you really want to come over and experience all these close-knit study groups to the full extent. All the courses are mainly delivered on campus here in Aachen, but although they are rather traditional lectures, they are also complemented by blended learning approaches, which are online lectures you need to watch and then come to class to discuss the topics or the content of these sessions. As I already said, we're paying attention on the interaction with peers and professors, not only in the classroom, but also outside the classroom. So we're offering a wide range of activities that are accompanying you throughout your studies. In contrast, the MME Time can also be studied in the part-time mode, and then the program is so to say stretched out to 6 semesters. So you will have to do half of the workload of a full-time student, because most of our students, or this is a requirement, are working besides studying. So if you already have a job in Taiwan and you want to stay at home and keep on working in your position there, this program or this study mode might also be very interesting for you, because you can simply keep on working and then do online courses or watch the video lectures of all the modules, and then simply work on the distance mode with our students that are also studying this mode. And of course, this program is rather flexible. So if you really like to stay home, but keep on boosting your academic career, this might be a good fit for you. So I already talked about the blended learning approach. So more in detail, what you will have to do is there are recorded online lectures you need to watch at home. Even this holds true for the full-time student on campus here. And then you go to class, or you meet up via, for example, this tool with your professor, and then you really discuss the content of the lectures. So the flipped classroom approach is rather like a seminar where you only discuss the topics, and it's not like a traditional lectures where you only have to listen and then absorb the content, what is taught. So I think this was it for the this approach. If you now think, wow, this program is super exciting and I would like to apply for this program, we of course have some eligibility criteria to make you a good fit to the program. So first of all, we require a bachelor's degree in a STEM related field. So if you're studying even mechanical engineering, simply mathematics or physics, then this program might be right for you, or at least you're eligible for the program. In particular, we are looking for 125 credit points in mathematics and or natural sciences. This is why we, for example, need your transcript of records during the application process. And we are also looking for special credits, we call them, in higher mathematics and or statistics and everything that's related to that, to this. Then we like to check your management and economics knowledge, and there we are particularly looking for 10 credit points in this field. However, if you do not have these 10 credits in the management field, you also have the possibility to participate in the management bootcamp before the MME Time program starts. It's an online course of, I think, 6 weeks where you kind of keep up or get to know the management basis. As I already said, we are the further education provider, and this is why we're looking for young professionals with a professional work experience background. And there we like to have at least 1 year of professional work experience before you start the program. And as all our programs are taught in English, we also need a certain level of the English language or the language competence, and this is why we are asking for an English certificate that you need in the latest at the day of enrollment, and this can be either a TOEFL or an IELTS, the most prominent ones. Yeah, so I think this was it about the MME Time, and let's have a look at the DDS, as we will call it in short. It's also, of course, a Master of Science and focusing on machine learning, operations research, decision making. It offers a really great combination of data science and OR in general, and that's making the program really unique. Of course, all our target or our students are young professionals. This is why we are targeting students with a STEM degree background. And what's also very interesting about the program, it's not only teaching methodologies and techniques, but also how they are really applied in business and industry, because all our participants and students, they have a professional background, and this can be, then we will show you how you can apply the theories and methodologies learned throughout the program. It's in contrast to the MME Time, rather let's say strict with its mode, because it can be studied in 4 semesters, and then you you will receive the master's degree. So it's only to be studied full time, but we are offering, for example, a mandatory internship. I think that's coming on the next slide, when we have an overview of the curriculum. So we will start in the DDS with also the essentials to get you all on the same level, all on the same boat, to further go on studying. And then in the second semester, you will take advantage of some management modules together with the time students. And, or for example, if you also like to deepen your knowledge in machine learning, we will offer an advanced machine learning course. As I already mentioned, in the third semester, we will send you all away to study, to do an internship. You can also study abroad, but we really recommend to go on an internship, because most of our students, they like to stay here in Germany or in Europe, and this might be, of course, a very useful and helpful first step into the German and European job market. And then hopefully everyone's coming back, or you can even write your thesis wherever you are, but then in the last semester you will need to write your thesis. This is why it's totally free for you, that you can really focus on the thesis. And right now, I'm kind of sad that the students are leaving, because they're all now in the internships, and somewhere around Germany, for example, they went to Stuttgart, where there's Bosch or Mercedes, in Munich, or BMW. So they're really got really great internship positions at really renowned companies. So yeah, these are some examples of our current batch. They just started in October. That was these photos were taken during the welcome day and the welcome dinner that we offered. So the last batch has a class size of around 24 students. They all come from different backgrounds, different national backgrounds. So we have 5 nationalities. In average, they are around 25 years old. So it's ranging, I think, from 22 to even 33, let's say. And although only 1 year of work experience is required, you can see that the average work experience throughout the studies, the program or the students, also in contrast to the first batch, they are more or less always working or have worked in an average around 3 years. And yeah, if you now think, wow, this program is also very exciting and I would like to apply, then we unfortunately also have some eligibility criteria here. So we are also looking for a bachelor's degree in STEM-related fields and 125 credit points in particular in mathematics and natural sciences. What our overall focus is always a programming skill. So you will need to do a lot of programming throughout the study course. So this is why we also check your transcript for 15 credit points in higher mathematics, statistics, quantitative methods, or even, as I said, programming. It's not necessary to have programming skills, just to be open on that, but it's of course an advantage. The same with the time program. We are looking for young professionals with at least 1 year of professional work experience, and we also require a certified proof of your competence in English. And I think this is it from my part, and now Ulrike is taking over because that's actually her new study course.
Yes, now it's getting exciting for me because I never talked on this mode to students from Taiwan, and I also would like to welcome you here, and I'm very happy to have you here and to present you something that is actually brand new, something that we haven't had so far here at our business school, and something that is of great value. And as the name already indicates, technology and entrepreneurship deals with starting your own company. And we thought that it would be good to have a study mode where you merge something, where you have got starting your own company and also do your master's degree. So you have got the chance in this program to receive theoretical and practical knowledge within the field of entrepreneurship and combine that with your technology background. And that is something that you might use very well. Yes, maybe you are interested in it. The course mode is similar to the DTS, kind of. We also have got some differences, of course, but unfortunately, I cannot present these differences to you right now because there are still some final contracts
that need to be signed.
Yes, right. And so I would highly recommend to everyone who is interested in something like that to subscribe to our online channels like Facebook, or to go on our website or see our Instagram account and everything else, and stay tuned and get more information as soon as possible. So there will be some press releases soon, and you can really check on that very soon, and we'll give some extra webinars here, and you can also attend these webinars if you would like to. It's very interesting, really, so I'd be glad to see you back again. Yes, okay, something else that I might say, yes, I can already say that it's 15 months, and that you also need a STEM degree for that course. So, something that obviously every master student needs is the career service that we offer here at the RWTH Business School. What they do is they offer appropriate scaffolding for everyone who needs some training to apply for a job, like a CV check, motivation letter, workshop, some trainings like the interview training, networking training, and so on. So they have got really a broad range of things that help you to apply for the best job or to present yourself. And they also offer chances to build up your own professional network, like the career day, networking night, and also on excursions you get to know all the other students, and you can also enjoy life here in Germany. That's something that makes it quite precious. Yes. Another very special thing is the platform Job Teaser, which is exclusively for companies that offer jobs there. So they think, okay, I want to to attract persons from an international background, and yes, offer them great jobs in our company. And these jobs cannot be seen by anyone, but only by those people who are registered, and the students of the business school also belong to that group. Furthermore, they also offer the preparation for interviews, and you get very useful information there from professionals who help you to get even better in applying for a job or position. Yes, network is something that is important. You already heard that in a few times here in our presentation, and for that reason we created something that is called the Innovative Tuesday, and that is a format that is between local companies and researchers and students, so all of them meet there at one Tuesday in a month, and there is a talk where one professional tells all the attendants what it is that makes something innovative, that keeps something innovative, and yes, it is also connected to technology, of course, and it is held here at the Innovation Center at the RWTH Aachen campus, and yes, it's really nice to be there, because in the end you've got some discussions going on, and you also can chat with the people afterwards. So that's really good to also broaden your professional network. So now you might think, okay, we apply for something like the time or the tent or the DDS, and so I'll very briefly explain the application process to you. So when does the application process start? It starts quite early. So it starts next Monday on the 2nd December, and non-Europeans can apply until the 1st of March, and you do that on the platform RWTH online, online.de, yes, right. And the first thing that you have got to do is to gather all the documents that you see at the bottom of the page, and yes, in a PDF format, and then you create your own application account, and you'll be guided through all the application process there, and then you just need to upload your documents and answer a few questions, and click on send so that we can really receive it. It's important to do it in one go, so please do not interrupt the process if you really want to do it, and yes, then we hope that you can already require the documents like the curriculum vitae, which does not need to be longer than 2 pages, a letter of motivation, where you write why you are interested in our programs and what makes you the perfect candidate for that. Yes, for our programs really here, why we should choose you. I think that all of you already know how that works, I hope. So, and of course we need to have the transcript of records because we have to check whether you fulfill all the requirements that you need. Furthermore, 2 letters of recommendations are needed. That might either be from a lecturer or a professor of the university or of one of your employers, so the companies that you work for at the moment or that you were working for before. At least 12-month work experience, that is something that Karina already said, are necessary to apply for our programs, and you need to have a certain score in an English language test and show us this certificate. Make sure that you are quite early because then you get our early bird discount of 10%. It's quite a lot of money that you can save here. This early bird discount on the tuition fee is valid if you apply until the 15th of January in 2020. And if you missed that deadline, but you are still a super good student, then you can apply for one of our scholarships, which are also up to 2,500 euro a month. So you see that deadline there. And yes, so we would really be super happy to welcome you here at our university. And these, again, are the study course coordinators whom you might get into touch with. Mandy is the one who's responsible for the time study program. Karina is the one who is dealing with DDS, and I am the one who is accompanying the 10th program, which will be new, the technology entrepreneurship.
So if you're now super interested and you want to stay tuned what's happening here, what we're doing here at the university or at the RWTH Business School, then please feel free to follow us on our social media channels. So we have a really nice Facebook page, a really great LinkedIn account, and we are recently got our own Instagram account where our colleague Andrea, the marketing manager, is very eagerly creating content to show you not only what we are doing here, but also what our students are doing besides their studies or how the program is organized and so on. Of course, we also have our official website mentioned here to check for you regarding once again the application process, the requirements, the job prospects per program. You can meet or you can check out on our professors there to get a really rounded up overview of the RWTH Business School. And I think this is it for our presentation part. We will now switch to the